I just know that with being a Toronto Maple Leaf fan, people love to hear Maple Leaf fans vent, get mad, cry, whatever the term is that you want to hear. But let me spin it a different direction for you. This is, if not, the biggest fan base in the world. You don't hear it in Scotiabank Arena because it's full of suits. And I've talked about it on this show. It is quiet. The playoffs, you do hear a little bit more noise when they do well. When they lose, they boo you off the ice and throw jerseys on the ice. Look, I'm not going to get into throwing jerseys on the ice that much, but booing last night, the date of this recording, which again was Thursday, last night being Wednesday, the booing was warranted. It was warranted. Fans paid big money for that game to see the Maple Leafs get absolutely spanked in that game. They absolutely just got torn apart by the Panthers. There was a difference in level in that game. As a Leaf fan, I've seen a lot of shit games in my 33-year existence, and out of the 28, 29-ish years, 30 years that I can remember for watching games, that was one of the worst performances I have almost ever seen. There was no effort. It's like they didn't care. They were not prepared. And I'm not putting these losses on Wall. Tough night last night, but the guy has given them an opportunity to win. He's not getting the help outside of his crease. Matthews, Marner. I am over the excuses of Matthews being hurt, the injuries, not showing up in the playoffs, okay? And let me give you an example. As I sit here, there was a fact sent to me by Alex to make sure that I share. Alex Parr here on the Game Sports Podcast. Mikko Rantanen has 8 goals in his last 6 playoff games. Mitch Marner has 7 playoff goals over the course of his 6-year contract. Make that of what you will. Not talking about points, showing up when it matters most. And the Toronto Maple Leafs are currently down. They are down in the series 3-2 going back to Sunrise. Last night, the game, the fans had a right to boo. There was no effort. Florida was the better team, and it's not Joseph's Wall fault that the Florida Panthers came back to make it a 3-2 series. They go back to Sunrise. That's going to be not an easy win. Okay, they weren't successful there in the first 2 games. And this is what's going to happen. You're either going to know in the first 5 minutes of this game that you're going to get the Toronto Maple Leafs that you expect to get, or you're going to get the Toronto Maple Leafs where you're going to be sitting on the couch like you were last night going, oh boy, we're in for one tonight.